I never had coffee in high school, and it wasn't until sophomore year of college that I really grew to appreciate coffee. I'd spent a semester in Austria, traveling all over Europe. I got to experience all different types of coffee. Not only that, but I got to see how coffee was such an important part in different cultures in Europe. People would take time out of their day just to have a cup of coffee, and I really grew to respect that.
How I got into coffee, growing up, my 3 older brothers worked at a coffee shop, so they were always bringing back coffee to the home. And from an early age, I had contact with coffee, and eventually they passed the baton to me. I worked at the same coffee shop, and I was a barista there for 1 year. I got hands-on experience on brewing. I learned, different methods of brewing, how to make a good cup of coffee. And here I really began to appreciate coffee in a new sense and see that it really is like an art form.
If you promise to lie, I promise to listen. See the lives that I wish went backwards and forwards and sometimes behind.
My advice for people just getting into coffee would have to be simply to be reverent. Don't drink too much of it. Have small amounts of coffee at a time, and that leads into my third point of getting good gear for just starting out brewing. First of all, you need to start out with good coffee storage. This right here is called a coffee vac. It's a one-way seal, blacked out container. You have to press the button to vacuum seal it. It keeps the light out, it keeps the oxygen out, it keeps your brew very fresh. Next, we have a good coffee thermos you need. This one's called a clean canteen. This holds 20 ounces of coffee. It's great for to-go. So if you're going to class, if you're going to work, fill up a clean canteen, bring a mug along with you, small mug, just something to pour it in there and brew to go.
It is said that a coffee bean is touched by 32 hands before it is consumed. Another one of my favorite things about coffee is to be able to just sit down with a couple friends and have a cup of coffee with them. It's one of the simple pleasures in life. I also like to try different brew methods. There's so many different techniques out there. There's the French press, there's the Chemex, the pour over, the siphon, the AeroPress. It goes on and on. That's one of the beauties about coffee, is that you can always learn something new.
Why I like the French press the best, growing up, we didn't even have a drip machine in the house. We just had the French press to brew, so I was kind of raised on the French press. That's all I knew. And this set aside, I like the French press the best just because there's no paper filter, so all the natural oils from the bean remain, and you get a more bold, natural, authentic taste and flavor. And you can also experiment and tweak the brewing process, how you grind the bean, how hot the water is, how long you brew it. So it's like an art form, and you can tweak it each time and find the perfect way to brew a good cup of coffee.
I'm gonna eat until I'm full and until I'm free.